The days of a short, predictable pollen season are over. What used to be a brief inconvenience has now become a persistent, nearly year-round challenge for allergy sufferers. Now, pollen season can stretch from February to November, a dramatic extension from decades past, when symptoms were mostly limited to a few months. It comes in three waves: tree pollen in spring, grass pollen in early summer, and weed pollen in late summer and autumn. Each wave brings its own set of triggers and challenges. Grass pollen, peaking from late May to July, is the main culprit for most hay fever sufferers, causing sneezing, itchy eyes, and congestion. The sheer volume released on warm, windy days can make enjoying the outdoors nearly impossible, forcing many to stay inside or limit activities. As summer fades, weed pollen and fungal spores take over, keeping symptoms going well into autumn and making relief feel out of reach. For many, hay fever season now lasts most of the year, with only a brief winter break before symptoms return again. This constant exposure makes symptoms more persistent and harder to manage, often requiring ongoing medication or lifestyle changes. Instead of a few tough weeks, people now face months of discomfort, missing out on outdoor fun and social events. Long-term exposure can wear down the body's defenses, increasing vulnerability to other illnesses and leaving people feeling drained. This shift to a near year-round problem is a major public health challenge, affecting millions across all age groups. Our changing environment is making allergies a bigger, longer-lasting issue for millions, demanding new solutions and greater awareness from us all. Climate change is now the driving force behind longer, more intense pollen seasons, affecting millions across the UK and beyond. Warmer, wetter winters in the UK mean plants grow bigger and start producing pollen earlier than ever before, sometimes by several weeks. Trees and grasses aren't held back by frost, so they flower sooner and for longer, extending the allergy season and increasing exposure for those affected. This year, unusually warm February weather triggered early pollen release from birch and hazel, catching many people off guard. Higher carbon dioxide levels also act as a fertilizer, making plants grow faster and produce more, and sometimes more potent pollen, which can worsen symptoms. Studies show this extra pollen can be even more allergenic, increasing the severity of hay fever and asthma attacks. Weather patterns matter too. Warm, dry, breezy days spread pollen far and wide, while rain offers only brief relief before levels rise again. Wet winters fuel even more plant growth for the next season, setting the stage for higher pollen counts year after year. The interplay of climate trends and daily weather creates unpredictable, challenging pollen seasons that are difficult to forecast. The result? Earlier starts, longer durations and higher pollen counts than ever before, making allergy management more challenging. Climate change isn't just warming the planet, it's supercharging our allergy seasons and reshaping the way we experience spring. Hay fever, itchy eyes, runny nose, sneezing can be relentless and exhausting. These symptoms disrupt work, school, and social life, and can seriously affect sleep. Poor sleep from hay fever weakens your immune system, affects mood and memory, and increases accident risk. The link between hay fever and sleep loss is a major reason to take it seriously. Even more concerning, pollen is a powerful asthma trigger. For those with asthma, high pollen can mean dangerous attacks. For others, severe hay fever can even lead to asthma. Managing hay fever isn't just about comfort, it's about preventing serious respiratory problems. The impact goes beyond annoyance. It's a real public health issue. Lost productivity, disrupted education, and increased accident risk all add up. As pollen seasons intensify, more people will face these health challenges. That's why experts stress the importance of proper diagnosis and management. Don't ignore your symptoms. Take action to protect your health. Hay fever affects about 1 in 5 people in the UK, around 13 million people of all ages. It's not rare, it's a widespread issue that's only growing. Hay fever can start at any age, often in childhood or the teen years, but adults can develop it too. Genetics play a role. but environmental changes and pollution are making things worse. Symptoms range from mild to severe, sometimes keeping people indoors for weeks. High pollen counts can trigger symptoms even in those with mild allergies. Longer seasons mean more exposure, making symptoms harder to control. Once triggered, your body can react to even tiny amounts of pollen, a phenomenon called priming. The growing number of sufferers and longer seasons are a mounting public health challenge. You might think hay fever is worse in the countryside, but city dwellers often suffer more. Urban heat islands make cities warmer, extending the pollen season and boosting pollen production. Air pollution, especially from traffic, binds to pollen grains, making them more allergenic and able to penetrate deeper into your lungs. Pollution also damages airway linings, making you more sensitive to allergens. Urban planting choices add to the problem. Male trees like birch, favored for city streets, produce lots of allergenic pollen. The result? Concentrated hotspots of pollen right where people live and work. The combination of heat, pollution, and planting choices makes cities tough for allergy sufferers. For many, the city is the worst place to be during pollen season. Urban living amplifies the misery of hay fever. Most know hay fever's usual symptoms, but there's a rare, dangerous phenomenon: thunderstorm asthma. When a thunderstorm hits during high pollen, humidity causes pollen grains to burst, releasing tiny allergenic particles. These particles can reach deep into the lungs, triggering sudden, severe asthma attacks, even in people without asthma. Thunderstorm asthma events can overwhelm emergency services, as seen in Melbourne in 2016. The UK has had smaller incidents, and as climate change brings more extreme weather, the risk could rise. It's a stark reminder of how weather and pollen can combine to threaten health. Coping with a longer pollen season is tough, but you can take control. Check the daily pollen forecast. Plan your activities around high-risk days. On high pollen days, limit time outdoors, especially mornings and evenings. Wear wraparound sunglasses, a hat, and even a face mask to block pollen. Apply barrier balm around your nostrils to trap pollen before it enters. When you come inside, shower and change clothes to avoid spreading pollen at home. Keep windows and doors closed on high pollen days, both at home and in your car. Avoid drying laundry outside when pollen counts are high. These simple steps can dramatically reduce your exposure. Turn your home into a pollen-free sanctuary. With preparation, you can manage your symptoms and reclaim your comfort. The 2026 pollen season shows our environment and our health are changing. Pollen arrives earlier, stays longer, and hits harder, turning hay fever into a year-round challenge for millions. Climate change, urban living, and pollution all play a role, but knowledge is power. Understanding these changes lets you take action. Check forecasts, use protective gear, and keep your home pollen-free. Talk to your pharmacist or GP about the best treatments for you, and start early. With the right steps, you can control your symptoms and stay healthy, even when pollen counts soar. Preparation and proactive habits are your best defense in this new era of allergies.